episode is for grade 8. It's 5.1, relating fractions, decimals, and percents. And a word from our sponsor. We are being sponsored by Pepto-Bismol because I'm sure we're all sick of math at some point, and that does cure the bubbles. All right, let's go on. Relating fractions, decimals, and percents. So how many of you right now are like, I've been pretty good on this in the past. I think I'm going to latch on just fine. Anyone like, I've been, yeah, okay. Anyone super in the pits? Yeah? Okay. Okay, you're in the pits. We'll get you there, we'll get you there. Students at a First Nation school are asked which of 5 events at Northern Manitoba Trappers Festival they would most like to attend. Circle graph shows the results. Which event was the favorite? Call it out, which one?
Log balance.
The log balance, okay. Well, how do you know it's the log balance? It's 35%? Okay, so like that's more percent than the others? Okay. Can anyone right now write how many hundredths 35% is? How many hundredths 35% is? I saw one person go like this. I like that. That was neat. That was neat. That was one way to write it. What's another way I can write 35 hundredths? Yes, yes. Another couple of people wrote this. Those are both correct. This is 35 hundredths or 35 hundredths. You got it. Could I write it as that?
Yes.
Yeah, or this. Can I write it as this? I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that.
Yeah.
We'll come back. Okay. Are these interchangeable?
I'm not very good at this.
So let's scroll down. What you've already done, you've taken a percent, you've turned it into a fraction, and you turned it into a decimal. And so you are already well on your way. Grade 7 and 8 students in 2 schools in Winnipeg asked which of these cultural and historical attractions they would most like to visit. How many students were surveyed in each school? Which school had the greater percent of students choosing? Our Aboriginal Center, the Chinese Cultural Center, and the Upper Fort Garrett. So first off, how would I find out how many students in each school? What would I do? Yeah.
Add them all
Yeah, I just go, and I'd add them all up, right? So let's start that first. I want you to add up how many kids in school A, how many in school B. Mr. Zippy Cameraman, can you just give a pause? Is it all good? We're going? All right, thank you. So we figured out we got 150 kids in A and 60 in B. And then it says, which school had the greater percent of students choosing the Winnipeg Aboriginal Center? Okay, obviously more kids in school A chose the Aboriginal Center because 48 is a bigger number than 18, but did a larger percent. So we're going to run a quick estimate. So I'm going to ask a random person. Of course, I won't say your real name because we're on YouTube. So Tabitha, roughly what percent of school A voted for the Aboriginal Center? Roughly. Roughly 33. So are you thinking that's kind of like 50, which is a third? And you're saying a third is close to 33% or 0.33? I like your thinking. Okay. Let's see. Murdoch. Roughly, what percent of school B went to vote for the Aboriginal Center? So that'd be close to 40%. Around there? That's reasonable, I think. That's reasonable, I think. Okay, let's see if we can get this exact. Pause the video, Mr. Zippy.
2-1.
So, we're going to find out exactly. We know that school A, 48 out of 150 voted. Can you put 48 divided by 150 here? Because this is 48 out of 150. What do you get? 0.32. Or what percent is 0.32? Call it out. 32%, because that is 32 hundredths. And we know that 18 out of 60 kids in school B voted for it. You put 18 divided by 60. 0.3, or what percent, call it out?
30%.
Got it, 3/10 or 30%.
Wait,
So
what
which
did you-
school?
What
Yes.
is 0.3?
Good question. So the question out there was, would it be 0.33333? And if we look at the calculator, it terminates at 3. So it terminates, it stops at 3. If it had said decimal 3333333, then we would have called it 33.3%. But this time it terminated at 3/10. So we put it here. So which school voted most or more, a higher percent for Aboriginal Center? A or B? A. You got it. And we're already converting from